Hello wine people, do you know what are the 4 cap management techniques that I used for red winemaking? Cap management is the process where the winemakers manage the cap. Cap is layer of grape skins that float on top of the fermentation tank. If they're not managed, the cap stays on top. And with this, there's very little color, flavor, and tannin that will be extracted. So the winemakers choose a variety of cap management techniques, and it is the amount and the combination of these techniques that will have the effect on the style of the finished wine. First cap management technique, punching down. Punching down is when the winemakers use a stick, a pole, and they manually push down the cap inside the juice. This can be dangerous because CO2 gets released. This CO2 can be intoxicating. It can happen that actually the winemaker can fall inside the tank. That's why wineries, they have this automatic machine that pushes down the cap into the wine. This technique is very good in extraction of color and tannin, and the winemakers need to be very careful how they use it, because especially by the end of the fermentation, if this technique is used too much, it can extract more than desired tannin and even some bitterness. Second winemaking technique is called pumping over. With this technique, the winemaker draws the wine from the bottom of the tank through a hose, sprays the cap on top. This technique is great to extract color and tannin, and also removes some of the heat from the fermentation tank, and also incorporates a little bit oxygen into the wine. Third technique is called rack and return. With this technique, the winemakers are gonna draw the juice from the fermentation tank and transfer it in a different tank and leave the grape skins in the first fermentation tank. And then they will take the juice from the second vessel and dump it all over the skins in the first fermentation tank. This technique is very extractive, and it's used only a couple of times during fermentation. And it's also a great technique to remove the heat from the fermentation tank. Final technique is our rotary fermenters. These are horizontal fermentation tanks that keep the grape skins in constant contact with the juice. Wine people, let's simplify wine together. Stay thirsty and wise.